Alright lads, so today we're finally getting around to showcasing the 3 new Valentine's characters. Massive shout out to my guildmate Manalo for actually lending me their account to showcase all 3. And for today's showcase though, we're here to look at honestly my favorite of the 3, just from appearance wise. It's very rare for Mishiro to get a character in game, let alone a seasonal. I haven't played with Mishiro in years, so I'm actually kind of excited to get my hands on this character, try her out, and see how she does perform as a Super Lynx of Farmer, because that's exactly what she is. We all knew end of month of January was going to bring us a new Super Lynx of Farmer, and the chance of it being a power Super Lynx of Farmer was actually quite high. It was either that or Technique. Power desperately needed a new Super Lynx of Farmer, but is Mishiro the answer that we needed? Not entirely, but I still think she's a good character, but the main thing about her is her soul trait. That's the most important thing to take away from this character and also the showcase, is that in a way, this is a character you don't even need to ever use, because her soul trait is +5 Super Lynx or Potions. Technique Super Lynx or Potions. With this soul trait, of course, you can double down on someone like Neliel, Yumachika, Momo, and get +10 Super Lynx or Potions. Or at the same time, you can put it on a much more fun character, a better character, like 8th Anniversary Ichigo, 1000 Year Blood or Yamamoto, Parasol Rukia, for example, and turn them into Super Lynx or Farmers. So this character definitely has the value. It has its worth. Not necessarily a character you need to get now, but definitely later on, you will pick her up. And when you do, you can definitely make easy use of her, at least when it comes to the soul traits. Having a look at the actual character though, her character in of itself is all about inflicting status augments. That's why she wants to be used in Inheritance Trials, because one of the ways to get through Iron Skin, the ability in Inheritance Trials that, nurse your damage around 80%, is either 1, pierce it, ignore it more so. That's what characters like Senjumaru intend to have, for example, and that makes them really good farmers. And the next best thing, not entirely as good, but still really good, is a character that has an increased chance to inflict status augments. In this case, that's what Mishiro does have. She has paralysis on every single attack, has the increased chance to inflict paralysis, and in that case, she then does more damage to those paralyzed inflicted enemies. Frenzy +1, high berserker value, and then when you inflict a status augment, you then do 80% more damage. So she looks to be a very solid character, constantly inflicting paralysis, which will stop the enemies in place and potentially allow her to clear Inheritance Trials safely and also fast. So let's try out, right? For the build, we're going to go with a Fortification Pill, Artisanal T-Set, and also Lieutenant's Badge, with an Aizen, Orihime, and also Chad Link, giving us a mixture of full stamina, recharge, and of course also strong attack damage. Bonus abilities include full stamina and long stride. That's what I prefer. Let's jump into it. All right then, so jumping into it, we are going straight into Co-op Ultra Inheritance Trials. Lucky for us this time around, we do have the paralysis immunity, and we also do have Killer, so this character is perfect to be used right now, at least for the next month or so. Now, of course, this character does want to inflict status augments, and what you're going to see with her SA1 and 2 is that they're both Vacuum Vortex attacks. So it doesn't have the greatest set of range, to be fair, but it does group everyone up, and with the amount of hits that it does do, there's a good chance you are going to kill a wave with each strong attack. It might take you a while, given her lack of range, to actually go through multiple waves here, but every use of the strong attack is going to do its job, inflict status augments, and also take down the enemies. Thanks to her paralysis, it's going to be pretty good for actually stopping the enemies from attacking us, which is kind of noteworthy here since we do want to stay at full stamina. And the human enemies in themselves, they can be quite toxic when you get a tad bit too close to them. So while actually this character doesn't have the greatest set of range, in a way she's very similar to someone like Yumachika, the benefit here is that she can inflict status augments. And what you're going to see here is that with one strong attack, you're already inflicting status augments on all the enemies. So even the bosses, which can sometimes be a tad bit of a problem, you can see that we just took down with 2 strong attacks. No problem, right? So the lack of range, in my opinion, honestly isn't that big of a thing, because as long as you know when to use your strong attacks, when the enemies are going to spawn in, you're pretty much guaranteed to inflict paralysis. You're going to be a safe character to use. As you can see there, bosses have spawned in. We've already inflicted into status augment. The paralysis puts them down. And there we go. We're already into the final stage. Super easy. It might not be the fastest, but I do like the safety that she does provide. Let's go ahead and use our Soul Bomb here into the SA1 and then finish up with the SA3. Do we inflict a status augment? We do, but unfortunately, I kind of made a mistake there, standing in the wrong position. Usually, you want to save your Soul Bomb going into the final wave. I used it a tad bit early. I've been kind of used to using Maximum Center characters. Her Soul Bomb can hit a tad bit harder, but it's best to use some strong attacks first and foremost, then use your Soul Bomb. But for our very first run, 1 minute 52 second clear time, not going for the fastest, but we still cleared relatively safely. And again, remember, even if you are not clearing the fastest, but still clearing relatively fast, remember you do come with the benefit of getting +5 Super Lynx or Potions and also +5 Lynx or Potions. As of right now, I would say she's the best Super Lynx or Farmer for the power attribute. It's not saying much, to be fair. Her only competition really is Neliel, and Neliel's still a great character, might even be better off Killer, but unfortunately the thing with Nelly is that she doesn't give you normal potions, it's just strictly super links or potions. That might be a tad bit annoying if you're trying to farm both. But then again, remember, Mashiro is a character that, in a way, they're kind of encouraging not to use her, because you benefit more using her as a link, right? Mashiro as a link on Neliel, for example, is plus 10 super links or potions. So even if you aren't getting any normal links or potions, if you're farming IT, you're most likely farming it for super links or potions. So it's nice to have the option to use the character you want to use. But what you're seeing here right now is, again, not the fastest gameplay. We aren't like one-shotting multiple waves. Realistically, it's one wave at a time almost. But we are still one-shotting the waves that we can actually attack. And we're clearing relatively safe, right? Again, we're going to get a tad bit close, use our SA1. Even though the Orihime did dodge out of it, we still applied the paralysis. And then you can see there, 2 strong attacks on each boss is enough to take them down. Just having to wait a few more seconds, Oryu then goes down. And I'm enjoying playing with this character too, because again, I don't know when the last time I used someone like Mashiro, I'll be honest. She doesn't get that many characters, so I don't mind that they made her a super links of farmer, especially for the power attribute. Let's just back up again. We don't want to get too close here. Keep our distance at the same time. You can see that we already paralyzed the bosses without even trying. And we're once more going in to the final boss, where at this point, we can just use our SA1 there. Let's not use our Sobom just yet. Let's use our SA2. We don't get too close. Might as well use our Sobom now. Use our SA2 there into the 3. And then finish up Ginjo with the SA1. In that case, though, it looks like we're getting a very similar play time, sub 2 minute, just by yourself, right? Remember, in IT, you're not always playing by yourself. You have a full lobby of other characters with you. I think it's good enough. I think it's good enough. Is it what we entirely needed for the power attribute? Not entirely, keep that in mind. Again, right now, we are kind of at a newer standard. Characters like Senjumaru, Tensei, and Getsu more so are absolute beasts in Inheritance Trials. They breeze through it by themselves in almost under 1 minute. And I'd be lying to say if I preferred a character like Mashiro over someone like Senjumaru when it comes to farming Inheritance Trials. I would have much preferred if we had a character like her, Senjumaru, in the power attribute. And that's what I'm hoping for next month when it comes to the technique attribute, assuming we do get a new technique super links or farmer. But again, I don't entirely mind it, given the fact that you don't have to actually use Mashiro. You can use it as a link to get the +5 super links or potions, which is what we can do right now, right? So what we're going to do now, one of the few times we're showcasing another character in a character showcase, right? But again, her as a link is a big thing about her. We're going to use Parasol Rukia, right? For those Parasol Rukia lovers out there that want to use your potential favorite character to farm Inheritance Trials, now you can do that with the added effect of being able to use Mashiro as a link to get those +5 super links or potions. All right then, so let's just jump straight into it. Let's see how fast we actually can clear. One thing to keep in mind, of course, because we are using a +5 super links or potion soul trait, is that we are lacking a tad bit on the recharge, right? Doesn't make that big of a deal, especially for someone like Rukia that can recharge our strong attacks in between stages. But the main thing about this link, in my opinion, is that it does allow you to potentially use your favorite character just to farm super links or potions. I do that anyway. I never strictly use super links or farmers unless they're really good again, like Senjumaru, for example. But if I'm able to use my favorite character while also getting the benefit of bonus drops, I'm always going to use that link, right? So we're going through this quest relatively easy. Let's use our SA1 there into the 2. One thing to keep in mind about Rukia 2 is that she actually recently got fixed, more so with her twirl animation with the flash step. Previously, it was a twirl and a flash step. Now it's just strictly a twirl, which looks a lot better. Let's use our SA2 there. I can hear Uryu charging up. Let's use our SA1 into the 3, and then Uryu does go down. The boss does spawned in. Let me use my SA1 there. Jackie dodged out the way. Lucky for us with the long strike, though, we're able to still take no damage. Then Yukio's doing his attack, we take him down, and with that, we're going into the final stage. Let's grab those potions, and I believe our Sobom should be able to nuke through all the waves here, despite us not having killer here. Let's just use our SA2 just to be safe. Let's shoot Sobom. Unfortunately, didn't go through. And actually, I just realized, hold on, maybe Rukia wasn't the best character to use. She kind of fixed Aziments. I just realized, I'm pretty sure the enemies are immune to freeze. So that's why it felt like we were clearing slower than we actually should have. Somehow we still managed to get the SP boost, even though we weren't inflicting stat Aziments. I think they recently made a change so you can still do that. So SP characters can still be useful in IT, despite them having immunities, for example. But even though we didn't have killer, even though we technically couldn't inflict stat Aziments, we still able to get a sub 2 minute clear time. Honestly, at least from this one example run, you're probably still better off using Mashiro. But again, having the option to use your favorite character or Mashiro is something that you can do if you do own Mashiro. Let's finish up the showcase though, doing one last run, this time with a group of other super links or farmers, because we can do that, right? In this case, we have some good synergy, right? We're all here going to be inflicting stat Aziments constantly. And if we do take any damage, the Nelio will allow us to potentially get back up to full stamina. And the stat Aziments that we can all inflict here do work well together, besides Momo inflicting slow. That's fine though. If I inflict paralysis, that means the enemies aren't going to be doing any damage to us, and we can all do more damage to them. And then if Nelio inflicts weakening, again, we are all doing more damage. And remember, Momo can also do more damage to any enemy inflicted with a stat Aziment So even when someone does get weakened, like that for example, we're still then doing 40% more damage. And that also goes for Momo as well in our team. Since she is a power attribute Soripa, she is also able to do 40% more damage to any enemy we do inflict with a status summon. So there's a lot of team synergy going on here. Even when you aren't just playing with Mishiro, you're still able to do overall more damage. Let's use our SA1 there. The Yukio does go down. Super easy run. Even though we're going against humans that can be quite toxic, we've yet to take any damage whatsoever. If we did, though, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Let's queue up the SA3 into the 1, and then let's use our Soul Bomb. Nelio used their Soul Bomb instead, so that's fine. We didn't need to use ours. Very easy run. 4 Super Links or characters, easily under 2 minutes, maybe closer to 130, hopefully. 135 is quite respectable. And with that, you can see there we're getting 41 Super Links or potions across the board. Minimum 41, upwards to 47, and that can even potentially get higher sometime in the future, the more people that get access to Mishiro. Because imagine the 3 people in our team all had the Mishiro link. Well, at that point, we would have gotten 15 more Super Links or potions. So this is a character you definitely get hands on sometime in the future. I still don't recommend summoning for it now, but if you do get in the future, it's going to be really good when you comes to finding Super Links or potions with her or with another character or with another Super Links or farmer. If we ever get a new Super Links or farmer in the future, which should be better than Mishiro, well, that character is instantly already better and more valuable because you then get to use Mishiro as a link on said character. So yeah, overall, Mishiro is a pretty solid character, all things considered. Nothing super crazy, a good Super Links to farmer. She does what she wants to do. Not the best like someone like Senjimura, for example. They are definitely in different leagues when it comes to Super Links to farming, but she does play relatively safe with the increased chance to inflict paralysis. She's most optimal right now, keep that in mind, for the month of February, given that we are going against human enemies. She does have immunities too, that's something to keep in mind. But again, if you don't want to use her, you can always use it as a link, so you have that going for her. And overall, I think she just looks really cute. I love her design. I think she looks great. I wasn't expecting a Valentine's Mishiro for this end of month banner, but I'm relatively happy. I'm satisfied with this character, and she's definitely someone I want to pick up sometime in the future. Either way though, hope you liked enjoying this video. Again, once more, shout out to Manalo for letting me use their account, and let me know what you like to think about this Mishiro in the comments below. Hope you liked enjoying the video. See you guys next time. Take care, and peace.